that you're getting paid for in MoveQuest, right? You get up every day, you are moving around, doing laundry, going to the grocery store, going to work, raking your yard, mowing your yard. I mean, I've gotten in the last 3 days, just cleaning up my yard from winter, almost 15,000 steps a day. Nobody else has given me a way to, earn an extra 25 bucks a day doing that. But you can here, doing what you're already doing by engaging in your health, by making your health a top priority, by becoming more physically fit. And we've got people that will tell you how life-changing this has been for them. Coming off medications, losing weight, mentally feel better, marriages are better, relationships are better. I don't really even like to talk to I'm not married, but, like, my significant other, him and I, after 20 years, sometimes we look at each other like, "Oh god, I gotta look at you today." Now we go walking together. We actually converse together. We engage with each other. We talk with each other. I mean, we have to have something to say, right? When you're walking 5 miles a day, 7 miles a day, whatever it is. We've actually gotten closer because of this project. Um, because we walk together. We talk together. Our health is better. He's lost weight from it. I'm gaining more muscle tone, so it does work. Maybe you guys think that sounds crazy. You don't have to go to the gym and, drop a bucket of sweat every day. You don't have to spend 2 hours in the gym. You don't have to try to kill yourself, to become more healthy. You just gotta move more. And so we're proving that. It's not about the intensity of a workout, it's about the movement, more movement. Push yourself to move more. We've got people here who are in their 70s and their 80s, and they're hitting 15,000 steps a day. They're starting to feel like they're in their 40s again, and they'll tell you that, because this project, it's making you feel better, and you're mining these tokens, right? We're not paying you to do this. You're mining tokens, and based on the market value of the token, you get to exchange them, cash them out to your bank. It's really a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful project, if I may say so myself. Um, how many of you love how easy it is to get started now? Has anybody looked at the onboarding process? So simple. Paste in your activation code. Download the app, and you've got a phantom miner just waiting for you to start mining. Within 5 minutes, you can be submitting that proof of physical activity for the day, and you can do this for 30 days, and it doesn't cost you a thing. You didn't have to buy a miner. It's free for you to use for 30 days. It's a phantom miner of the Trailblazer, so you're mining at 100%. Anybody new who wants to test out MoveQuest, that's all you gotta do. Paste in your activation code from whoever shared it with you. The activation code is just their wallet address. So it links you to each other on the blockchain so that you can be to get linked together. So in the future, if there's any other rewards or it's just connecting you. It's saying that this wallet is the one who shared MoveQuest with me. And if you don't have somebody who did that, just hit skip. And then all you got to do is download the app, fund your wallet, your MetaMask wallet with some AVAX so you can start submitting. It's that simple. So simple to get started. So everybody's been asking for simplicity and we gave it to you. Then all you got to do is go to the miners section on your dashboard and you can get more miners if you want them through the hatchery. If you want to mint navigators, you can do that. You can evolve there. You'll see your phantom miner there. It's a lot of fun. We are also going to we have a lot of AI work that's being done. Those of you who are in Discord, Dell is working on a lot of that. I have not reviewed everything today that he sent me. He sent me a whole bunch of stuff to review and wanted me to share it on this update, but I don't know enough about what I'm sharing aside. Like, I know it's all marketing. He's doing a fantastic job. It's got a real if somebody has questions, AI is there to help them, walk you through the steps, give you all the answers that you need without having to go into Zoom. So for people that do have some basic knowledge of crypto, pretty much are gonna be able to just get any questions answered right there through that. Marketing, working on AI with marketing, lots of stuff, and we can bring that up on another call. We are working on the app going into the app stores. So hopefully, within the next 5 to 7 days internally, you guys will see the new app. Okay. Internally. And then by May 1st, the goal is to have MoveQuest completely in the iOS store, the App Store, and then again on Android. So just got a couple little things that we're finishing up, and that will be done. We've got what else? There's so much going on right now. The leasing is done and ready to go, but we're working on a couple of features that we're going to be introducing here as well. Hopefully by the 20th. I'm not going to say what it is just yet. We're still uh, just finalizing some details, making sure that everybody knows what it is. Has anybody gone and looked at the how-to videos? Those are all there for you now. They're on our YouTube channel. They also are on the website under videos. So for anybody who is, wondering how to get started, how to download the app using Test Flight if you're an iOS user, all of those videos are there. I'm sure there's still a few more that we're editing and getting ready, but the majority of them are there. They'll also be on the step-by-step portion of the website. Hopefully, we'll hear something back from CMC in the next, 5 to 7 days. We'll be able to take our rightful spot in the Move to Earn space, not only on CoinMarketCap, but also CoinGecko. Ooh, let me see here. Any other goodies that I am leaving out? So much going on. Um, but a lot of things are getting buttoned up and wrapped up after almost 4 years of developing this project. We are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that's something else that we have under our belt that all of these other projects don't have, that have come and gone in that 4 years. There's been so many of them. And you guys that are here familiar with crypto, I've had people say, yeah, we went and gotten this project. They're already gone. You guys are still here. I think I'm going to get involved. Well, of course, we got four years under our belt, right? We have definitely, we're here to stay. We're very solid. And I love having our community engaged in this project. I love watching people's lives change. And this is only the beginning, you guys. $12, that's a very low market value for this project, but we have already done in our short 260 something days listed what took Bitcoin 4 years to do. So while we mirror Bitcoin's tokenomics and the halving schedule, we've also got little details that and tweaks, I like to call them, into our tokenomics that Bitcoin didn't have. So while we mimic that, the Bitcoin model as far as the tokenomics and all that goes, we did add in a lot more to the ecosystem. We do have many ways that create the scarcity for the token that Bitcoin didn't have when they got started, when Bitcoin got started. Why? Because who knows who was running that, right? Who created that? It just hit the market and there you go. Satoshi Nakamoto. Whether that's a person or a group of people or a combination of many people into that name, nobody knows. Nobody will ever know. We all have our suspicions and our theories, but I'll save that for another day. But yeah, you guys, everything has been amazing. Hopefully you guys are getting excited with what you are also seeing take place. Never expect this to be a get rich quick overnight scheme, because we are far from that. So if that is, your game plan with MoveQuest, it can happen very, very quickly. Trust me. When this thing shoots to the moon, it's going to turn millionaires overnight, but it is done the right way. There is no pump and dump. There's no whales here. There's no way for a whale to even come in. Okay. That's why we are on a DEX exchange, because when you buy the token, you get it at the price you drive it to. And when you sell the token, you get it at the price you drive it down to. So it wouldn't even make sense for somebody to come in and want to buy $500,000 worth of tokens just so they could dump it, right? Because they're going to get it at the market value they drove it to, and then they're going to get it at the market value that they drive it down to. So it really serves no purpose. There was no pre-sale of the MoveQuest token, so there was no whales buying it up in the beginning. It didn't work that way. 200,000 were sold as a liquidity raise. That was it. So that 100,000 could go into the liquidity pool and be paired to it. So that was the extent of any MoveQuest sale. There's been just over 1,000,000 tokens that were made available through mining and the liquidity raise, and only 304,000 are held. Everything else has been acquired by the evolution contract. It's sitting in the vault, has to be used as liquidity. So very strong liquidity pool, very strong tokenomics, and there really isn't that many in circulation. Think about it. 10,000 people on board right now. The market value of this token is going to be $200 to $300. Why? Because there's not an overabundance of tokens. We didn't sell millions of tokens so that everybody thought they had a lot, so we could get a big pumped up price in the beginning so that a few people could go and dump it. You guys are at the right place. You got the right project, and we've taken our time to build it the right way. Some people have complained about the time we've taken, but if you want something to last, you got to do it right. And we've done it right. And so we hope you guys are enjoying it. I know there was something else that was just on. Oh, well, I'm going to hold on to that one for a minute. I'm going to wait till a little bit later in the week. We are going to start creating leaderboards, and so people see how many steps are being walked a day. And the only ones that will count on the leaderboard are those of you who are actually using fitness trackers. If you're just using your phone, you won't be able to participate in the leaderboards and the things that happen there because unfortunately, Androids have got probably hundreds, if not thousands, of apps that allow for manual manipulation of your physical data, which we're very, very close to capping that as well. So, but that should be exciting for all of you to be able to create a username, have a little avatar for yourself, and be up on the leaderboards for those of you who are genuinely with that proof of physical activity. There are many ways that people find anytime you do anything in life to kind of cheat the system, right? And so we do have people who use apps so they can manually type in their proof of physical activity. And these apps, they don't care if you cheat yourself on the data. They weren't expecting, like a MoveQuest app that comes in and does proof of physical activity mining. So we are very, very close to stopping the acceptance of that manually submitted data. Only actual data that comes through will be counted very, very soon. So we'll explain to you guys how all of that works. So if you're not using a physical tracker and you are somebody who's manually entering that physical activity, um, it's not that you won't be able to mine, but it's not going to allow that manually added data. And that's a big deal if you think about it. Let's say you've got somebody and we have people that do this, right? I see people, it's funny. I went and met someone that's in our community for dinner, and I just happened to catch my eye. They had on two fitness trackers. That's perfectly fine to do. It's amazing, right? If you want to do that, you can absolutely do that. But when you have, think about it, 4 or 5 or 6 mining accounts, I mean, that's like having, when Bitcoin got started, you could use a little computer and mine a little bit, or you could increase your computing power and you could mine a whole lot more. Same concept. But if you've figured out a way to just type in that physical data or attach a rubber band to your phone, give it a little flick, and get 20,000 steps across 6 different mining devices, you are cheating your community because I would bet that if you have to cheat, you're not getting off the couch. And so if that's how you're mining, and let's say you're getting 10 MoveQuest tokens a day, and let's say that there's 100 people doing that, 1,000 people doing that, then the ones who are actually doing the physical activity, they're not getting the move quests they should be mining. And so a lot of people say, well, what do you care if, this is how people are mining? Well, I do care for the people who are mining it the proper way. And they're being cheated out of move quests that they deserve. And because I don't like to see that, and because we work very hard to create a project that will last forever, we don't want the community to cheat other community members from the move quests that they rightfully should be mining from those who aren't doing it the right way, right? Kind of, going around the skirting around how it's actually supposed to be done. And it's a very difficult thing to combat because of these apps that are on the market. I mean, think about it. I create a health app. What do I care if you go in and say, okay, I did 20,000 steps. If you only did 2,000 steps, you're only lying to yourself. And so you can kind of understand why they don't go through to make sure that it's actual. Now, Apple, you can't cheat Apple. When it comes in through iOS, even if you manually enter data into your Apple Health, it doesn't come through the mining. Okay, because we don't allow that manual manipulation of the data. In iOS, we're able to stop it dead in its tracks. So it only brings in the actual proof of physical activity. So we have figured out how to stop all that. Hopefully that'll all be ready in the next few weeks. And then you guys, when you start mining those tokens, think about it. Those that are getting it by manually entering it won't be getting that amount of move quest anymore. They're only going to get that actual physical activity they actually do, because we've figured out a way to make sure that that manually entered data can't get in through the system. It's not going to be counted as proof of physical activity. And so you'll start to see your move quests go up. And so you'll appreciate that. So every time that we see a way to make it even better for our community, we do. So it's not that we're trying to take something away from people. We're just making sure the people who actually are supposed to get it through their mining. So I guess my biggest thing there would be, get that physical tracker. If you really love MoveQuest and you love mining those tokens and you're really doing that physical proof of physical activity, you're happy about this, right? The only people who are going to be upset about this are the ones who are cheating. And those aren't, I'm not worried about how they feel. They need to do it the right way. Put on a fitness tracker and go walk and get that physical activity. And I'm not worried about how they feel or how they think about, well, you mean I'm not going to be able to cheat it anymore and get, 8 devices and max out every day and still sit around and eat whatever I want to eat all day and watch TV. Nope, you're going to actually have to get up and do the proof of physical activity. That's what this project is about. It's about your health. It's about moving more. Um, and I'm rambling on. I know I am, but I hope everybody understands where I'm coming from and why I have put the developers on making sure this gets taken care of. So hopefully you guys are excited about that and you understand why we're doing this. Makes it fair. Has to be fair. Has to be legitimate. All right. This is real life game. It's a real life Web3 crypto move turn game, but we want it to be legitimate with the highest of integrity. We want everybody to mine what they deserve, what their proof of physical activity actually mined. And so that is going to be coming very, very soon. So look for that to happen, and do everything you can to make sure that your data that's coming across is not being manipulated manually, or that you're not. I heard somebody the other day, all you gotta do is, something with a rubber band, I don't know, give it a good flick and ding, 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 it's gonna rack up steps. That isn't gonna happen here very, very soon. So it'll be some disappointed people, but we're gonna have a lot more happy people. Herschel, I'm done.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You covered a lot, to
Mhm.
say the least. You covered a lot, but the major takeaways here are definitely leveraging the hatchery before the clock runs out on that. We love to see the progression behind the scenes with the technology. Having the, as you stated, having the leasing ready and soon to be getting ready to actually share with everyone. We like the fact that we now also are able to offer those individuals that either you know, are apprehensive about crypto in and of itself, or just want to get their feet wet and kind of learn a little bit. Now they have the ability to leverage the Phantom miner to kind of get, look, and see, look, feel. All those of you that are veterans, been around for the last year or so, or what have you, that when you go and look at the way a person is able to onboard now in relation, anybody that was here between August and September, October, the way you had to onboard, or the way that you did onboard, as opposed to the way people are able to onboard now, is night and day. It has been totally streamlined and simplified so that more and more people can, share in the ease of the onboarding process. So it makes it easier for us to share and get more people involved in the ecosystem. And I'm pretty sure from a technological perspective, we look at this Phantom that we now have. And with that um, setup, if you will, I'm pretty sure that there will be, in the future, there will be many more things that can be, arranged in and around, having that type of functionality. So the platform is solid, as Miss Lynette just mentioned. It's been around for 4 years. It's not going anywhere. The sky's the limit. We're only going to keep getting better and better and better. And as part of the community, we want to keep sharing with individuals so that they can know that we exist, And over time, we will continue to grow and do better and better. With that being said, everyone, we don't want to hold you past the top of the hour. Once again, we thank you for coming out. We want you to keep getting your movement in, keep getting your rest, submitting your proof of physical activity, and mining the MQT token. Until next time, everyone, you have a blessed and wonderful evening, and we will see you the next time.
Good night, everybody.